Good morning and welcome to the ComSpark Magazine interview series. My name is Jim Burden with Ahead, and we are partnering with ComSpark Magazine to do a series of interviews with various clients from various industries across the area. And today I have the pleasure of talking with Paul Powers, the CTO for FISNA Corporation. Welcome, Paul.
Hi, thanks for having me. Actually, CEO, not CTO.
Oh, sorry, CEO.
Sorry.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me about your career path, how you got to where you're at today.
So I founded FISNA back in 2015, officially formalized the company in 2016. I grew up here in the Midwest, but I moved over to Germany for about 10 years and got a law degree. And the whole time knew I was going to be starting up some sort of startup, just didn't know exactly what it was, and thought I wanted to get some kind of interesting education and experience before doing so. And I ended up having the idea for FISNA, moved back to the United States, and now I live in the same city I was born in, but on the eastern side of it versus the western side of it.
Awesome. That's fantastic. I suspect most of your day is filled with business. You're probably pretty busy. What do you do to unwind?
To unwind, you're right. My days are entirely full of business. So the only way I can get my mind off of it is if I do something that's mentally intensive or physically intensive. So, sometimes I'll play like chess online, or I'll go. We live on a ranch out here, so I'll spend time with the horses or something, and just do something that's totally different from work for a little bit, so I can unwind mentally a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes we need that, right? We need a break to just unwind from the day-to-day activities that we have to do. So it sounds like a very interesting company. Tell me a little bit about it.
So FISNA is short for physical DNA. What we do is we analyze three-dimensional data and we turn it into something that computers can understand. So we bridge the gap between what's physical and what's digital. And our core product for enterprises allows companies that have designs, CAD models, 3D scans, et cetera, to match between these parts. So it allows you to automatically think of it like a Google for 3D, but it also allows companies not just to find the parts, but then to analyze them and compare them. So it can say, this is how this part can be used. This is what you can do with this part. We can make predictions about it. So we enhance the speed of engineering by allowing the people to reuse parts they've already designed. We reduce the cost of procurement by showing alternative options, different companies that supply the same parts. And we also help with people in the field who are trying to identify something quickly and show them not only what that part is, but also alternatives to it, and where that part can be used and how we visualize that for them in 3D.
That's fantastic. Pretty interesting stuff. What do you see from a roadmap perspective? What's coming next for what you guys are working on?
So we recently launched a website called thangs.com, THANGS, and that's a free 3D Google, if you will. So it's actually crawls the web for 3D models, makes them searchable both by text, but also by geometry. And there's something coming out right now. It's an alpha called Thangs Workspace. And it's sort of like a GitHub for 3D. So people who are working together on a project, they have automated revision and version control. So that'll be coming into public release. And then we'll also combine that with our enterprise product so that enterprise users not only search their own database, but they can search the world as well, find other suppliers, find other models that are out there publicly.
That sounds like a great product. Sounds like there's going to be a lot of use for that in the marketplace. So thanks for sharing a little bit about what you do. Knowing what you know now, what advice would you give your 25-year-old self back in those days?
That would have been not too long before I started FISNA, and I would have told myself just to go for it, go all in. And I eventually did, but it took me a couple of years to feel safe doing it. And I'd say don't hedge, just go for it.
That's great advice, and I'm sure there's a lot of folks that'll enjoy that. Thank you very much for joining me today, Paul. Certainly appreciate your time. Your company sounds super exciting, and I hope you do great things. Please visit comspark.tech for additional interviews, and thank you.
Thank you.